Celebrity divorces can be expensive. It's a big deal when celebrity couples get divorced. Not only are we heartbroken to see our favorite duos part ways, but things also tend to get messy when it comes to money, especially if there's no prenuptial agreement. Things can get pretty out of hand if the marriage doesn't end with a happily ever after. Dealing with major assets like houses, planes, and children can sometimes get pretty chaotic and cost a whole lot of dough. In this video, we're going to tell you about the 10 most expensive divorces in the world. The video is going to be amazing, so make sure you stick till the end. Before starting the video, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. Number 10. Jeff Bezos and McKenzie Bezos, $68 billion. There's no doubt that this divorce would be one of the world's richest men, Jeff Bezos, as he has only that sum of money to pay for the divorce. The richest man in the world, Jeff Bezos, had to pay the most expensive cost for the divorce until now. When he and his ex-wife reached the destination to divorce, Jeff broke the ice and tweeted that he and McKenzie have come up with a decision to separate and move on. Everyone knew that the result would be divorce, but it went in a very different way. The divorce resulted in a very unique way. As we're talking about the world's richest man, who's the CEO of Amazon, instead of getting the amount in cash, McKenzie was offered 25% shares, which she accepted. Jeff had to keep about 75% of Amazon shares, while the 25% shares were shifted to McKenzie, which is roughly worth about $68 billion in today's price. This sum of money made Mackenzie one of the richest women in the world, like her ex-husband Jeff Bezos. Some people also guessed that shifting 25% shares would push Jeff away from the world's richest men, but he's still one of the richest men today with a net worth of $210.7 billion. Number 9. Alec Wyldenstein and Jocelyn Wyldenstein, $3.8 billion. French-American businessman and one of the richest men in the world, Alec Wyldenstein divorced his wife Jocelyn Wyldenstein in 1999. After 21 years of living together, he was a billionaire and he had to pay the price of divorce in billions too. Alec paid Jocelyn about $2.5 billion immediately after the decision of the divorce, and Jocelyn received an amount of $100 million per year for continuously 13 years, which makes a total of $3.8 billion. This amount equals about jaw-dropping $5.7 billion in today's world. Number 8. Rupert Murdoch and Anna Torri, $1.7 billion. After a successful marriage and living for 31 years together, Rupert Murdoch and Anna Torri came up with the decision to divorce in 1999. This decision of divorce seems to be coming from both sides, but Rupert Murdoch had to pay a heavy price of $1.7 billion to Anna. The details behind the divorce were kept top secret, but today we can assume that both wanted to marry a different person as they did. Rupert married Wendy 70 days after the divorce. What's interesting is that Wendy is about 38 years younger than him. Anna also remarried, but not to Rupert, but William 6 months after the divorce, and both seemed to continue their lives normally. Just Rupert paid $1.7 billion, which is not a big deal for him. Number 7. Bernie Ecclestone and Slavica Eradic, $1.2 billion. One of the richest men in the United Kingdom, Ecclestone and Slavica came up to the decision of divorce in 2009. And the negotiations between the lawyers of both sides reached a divorce cost of about $1.2 billion. It was the highest price to have ever been paid in a divorce at that time. Slavica used the divorce money even carefully and invested to get a more incredible $1.6 billion. As a result, it's said that Slavica was the one who seemed to play with Ecclestone for the money, but the reason behind the divorce is still unclear. Number 6. Harold Hamm and Sue Ann Arnold, $975 million. After 24 years of living together, Harold and Sue came to settle on divorce in 2012. Harold had to pay a heavy price of about $975 million to settle the divorce, which he paid in the form of a check. It's also said that Sue didn't get the check cashed until 2015, and the reason is not she was willing to pay it back, but she was asked to wait by her legal team, which was planning to add some more money to the check. Harold didn't pay any additional price, but paying $975 million is quite a stressful task. Number 5. Adnan and Soraya Khashoggi, $874 million. In 1961, one of the richest men in the world, Adnan Khashoggi, Saudi Arabia businessman and billionaire, marries a 20-year-old British woman named Sandra. She later converted to Islam and changed her name to Soraya. The marriage didn't go well and they had to get a divorce. The divorce folded up and Adnan Khashoggi had to pay about $874 million in the divorce settlement with his ex-wife Soraya Khashoggi. In today's world, demand is equal to about $2 billion, which is quite a heavy price to pay for a divorce. At the time of the divorce in 1982, the couple had 3 planes, 3 luxury yachts, and 17 luxurious and expensive houses all around the world, whose partition made $874 million for Soraya. Number 4. Steve and Elaine Wynn, $741 million. Steve Wynn is an American real estate developer and art collector. He is known for his involvement in the American luxury casino and hotel industry. Elaine Wynn is an American billionaire philanthropist, businesswoman, and art collector. Elaine Wynn co-founded Mirage Resorts and Wynn Resorts with her former husband Steve Wynn. Steve and Wynn got separated in their second divorce in 2010, and Steven had to pay an unbelievable $741 million to Wynn as a result of the divorce. Steven was the one who filed the case for divorce, and Elaine was the one who had to pay the expensive price. The couple got a divorce earlier after living together from 1963 to 1986, but the first divorce had not cost that much as this divorce cost him. You're still dealing with the same human emotions, the same human problems, says Michael Mossberg, a partner at Aronson, Mefsky & Sloan, a New York-based family law firm used by the ultra-rich. Having wealth doesn't insulate you from that. Number 3. Dmitry Rybolovlev and Elena Rybolovlev, $604 million. Dmitry Rybolovlev is a Russian investor and businessman. Dmitry Rybolovlev owned the potash producer Uralkali and in 2011 became the president of Monaco's football club AS Monaco. Dmitry and Elena thought to quit their marriage in 2009 after 26 years of living together. The matter reached the court and Dmitry was ordered to pay a mind-blowing price of $4.8 billion. We know it was too much for Dmitry to pay, and after several negotiations with Elena, they both came up with a price of about $604 million. What would have happened if he had paid $4.8 billion instead of $604 million? Number 2. Craig and Wendy McCaw, $460 million. The cell phone industry founder Craig McCaw got separated from the newspaper publisher Wendy McCaw in 1998, and he had to pay a whopping cost of about $460 million for the divorce. The interesting story behind the divorce should be known to. It's said that before the actual divorce, Craig McCaw sold his company at a price of about $12 billion, which triggered the divorce. The couple's fight over money led to a lengthy, expensive legal battle in Washington state, where spouses are entitled to half of any money made during the marriage. Not wanting to part with half of his fortune, Craig and his lawyers argued that his fortune didn't qualify as community property because most of it was made through investments he made via inheritances from his family, which aren't covered under that law. Ultimately, Wendy came out victorious with a settlement of $460 million worth of Nextel stock. After the sale, the divorce followed and Wendy McCaw got an incredible $460 million in divorce payout. Number 1. Mel Gibson and Robin Moore, $425 million. Mel Gibson is an American actor, producer, film director, and screenwriter. Mel is best known for his action hero roles. After being married for 31 years, the two decided to split after Mel was arrested for drinking and driving. Robin married Mel before his career took off, and they reportedly had to divide $850 million worth of assets. The Mel Gibson and Robin Moore divorce remains the top expensive divorce to have ever been in Hollywood history until now. No other actor paid such a huge amount of money for the divorce as Mel did. Mel was accused of abusive behavior by people, and it became the sole reason for the divorce. Though their children defended him, the decision of the divorce was certain, but the cost was too expensive, reaching about $425 million. After 26 years of successful marriage, Gibson and Moore had to get separated in 2004. Mel Gibson had to pay about half of his net worth at the time. Let us know your opinion in the comment section below. This is all for today. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the bell icon for more updates and notifications. Stay safe, and we'll be back soon with another video.